Let me tell you something that might just change the way you see the world forever. If you're out here grinding, trying to outwork your competitors, hustling harder than the next guy, you might be playing the game completely wrong. Because the man who built one of the biggest fortunes in history, John D. Rockefeller, had a completely different approach. His strategy? Eliminate competition entirely. That's right. While most people believe that competition is the key to success, Rockefeller saw it as a problem to be removed. And that's exactly what he did, turning Standard Oil into a near monopoly and making himself the world's first billionaire. In this video, I'm going to break down how he did it, why competition might actually be holding you back, and how you can use these same principles to build wealth and power in your own life. Stick around to the end because I'll also reveal a bonus lesson from Rockefeller that almost nobody talks about, a mindset shift that can completely change your approach to success. All right, Klumbox thinkers, let's get into it. The problem with competition. Picture this. It's the late 1800s. The oil industry is like the Wild West. Everyone is fighting for a piece of the pie. Prices are unstable, companies are constantly going out of business, and profit margins are razor thin. Most oil companies were competing in the traditional way, cutting prices, working harder, trying to outlast their rivals. But Rockefeller? He didn't compete, he dominated. Instead of playing the same game as everyone else, he bought out his competitors, controlled the supply chains, and negotiated secret deals with railroads to transport his oil cheaper than anyone else. The result? Standard Oil controlled over 90% of the oil industry. Now, here's the crazy part. He wasn't just playing dirty. He was making the industry more efficient, reducing waste, and actually improving the system. But the key lesson here? We've been brainwashed to think competition is good. But for those who truly win, competition is something to be avoided at all costs. And this applies to everything, not just business. Think about it. The top students in school, they don't compete for grades. They create relationships with teachers and get inside knowledge. The richest people, they don't compete for jobs. They create systems that pay them regardless of effort. So let me ask you this, Klumbox thinkers. Are you playing to compete or playing to dominate? The art of monopoly thinking. Now, before you go thinking, okay, so I just need to get rid of my competition, let's be real. You're not about to go buy out your competitors like Rockefeller did. But the lesson here isn't just about money. It's about power. Rockefeller understood something most people never figure out. If you control the game, you never have to play it. And one of the easiest ways to do this? Position yourself where there is no competition. You can do the same in your own life. Instead of fighting in a crowded space, create your own lane. Be so different that competition becomes irrelevant. Want to start a business? Don't just sell the same thing as everyone else. Build something unique that people can't compare to anything else. Want to grow in your career? Don't just work harder. Build relationships that put you in positions no one else even knows exist. The key isn't to be the best at playing the game. The key is to change the game entirely. Rockefeller's secret weapon. But here's the real kicker. Rockefeller didn't just remove competition. He controlled the environment so that competition couldn't even exist in the first place. He influenced legislation, shaped industry standards, and controlled public perception. This is next-level thinking. But even on a small scale, you can use this principle. If you run a business, don't just compete, create an ecosystem that people depend on. If you're a creator, don't just make content, build a community that people can't leave. The more control you have over the environment, the less you have to worry about competition at all. Bonus lesson: the power of patience. Rockefeller wasn't just ruthless. He was patient. He didn't rush to get rich overnight. He played the long game, acquiring assets strategically, outlasting competitors by waiting for the right moment to strike. Most people today want instant success. They jump from one business idea to another, never sticking with anything long enough to truly dominate. But real power, real success, comes from long-term thinking. So, if you're serious about winning in life, stop looking for quick wins. Think like a monopolist, play the long game, and watch how everything changes. So, Klumbox thinkers, here's the big question. Are you going to keep competing or start dominating? Because the people who truly win in life aren't playing the same game as everyone else. They're rewriting the rules. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights like this. And let me know in the comments, what's one way you can eliminate competition in your own life? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.